Hey, this is Matt. Once again, what about another video? This is another paid request, this time for Joseph. Thank you so much for that. For those interested in requesting pretty much any type of videos, feel free to send it either directly to my PayPal or join my Patreon. Both links are down below in the info box, and I will try to get to it as soon as I can. This is for Manhattan Baby from 1982, which is a Lucio Fulci film. And I gotta say, this is easily one of the worst Fulci films I've seen. I'm not a huge fan of the director, but I've enjoyed a couple of his films like Zombie and The Gates of Hell. I can appreciate some aspects of The Beyond, even some of his TV movies from overseas. There's some elements there I don't mind, but this was just very boring. It felt like not much happened. It felt like it never got into second or third gear. It kind of was spinning its wheels and never really elevated to much of anything. If you're going into this for Lucio Fulci gore, there's not a whole lot of that. There's maybe a little bit here and there, a little bit at the finale, but nothing to whet that appetite that you'd be craving for that. The dubbing is pretty bad. The story is barely a story. So it became rather dull. And then you ask a question of, why is that happening? Then another question, why is that happening? What's that happening for? Why? Huh? What? Because you have a family, a mom, a dad, and a 9-year-old girl in Egypt. Their son is back at home. The father's played by Christopher Connelly, who I remember from a fun B movie called Raiders of Atlantis. He plays the dad. He's an archaeologist. One thing leads to another. The little girl gets this amulet from this blind woman. Tombs are for the dead. Really? I thought they were for the alive. You sure? Thanks for the info. I remember that. Happy Kwanzaa to you, lady. Thanks for the ride. Thanks for the amulet. Hope I could sell it. So, a few strange things happen. Christopher Connelly is with this other guy. They fall. The guy gets impaled. And Christopher Connelly gets some lasers into his eyes. It's not the laser surgery you want, because he goes blind. So, of course, they go back home. He's blinded. The little kid, the son, is the kid from The House by the Cemetery. If you ever seen that film, there's a little boy. That's the little boy in this movie. So this amulet, for some reason, somehow, in some way, is letting the girl and her little brother, I guess, go into portals, and where they go to, they leave that kind of vague. Because this is what I'm talking about, where why and a lot of times. Because from what I understand, this is supposed to be a bigger budget, and the budget was cut, and there's supposed to be a lot of stuff that was going to be shot, and it wasn't. And that's why, like, Lucio Fulci hated the film, and other people hated the film, because it wasn't what it was supposed to be. There's a point where a door of light opens, kind of like Carol Ann being sucked into the closet in Poltergeist. But the boy walks in, and then on a mirror or a wall or something, it says, "Daddy, help me." Okay, this came out, Poltergeist came out both in 1982. Okay, is the kid trapped? No. Next time, kid's back, kid's fine. You know, they're just fine. I don't know why I said, "Daddy, help me." Because they're back. And you think, okay, they're absolutely possessed. No. Once in a while they do a weird thing, but they're not really possessed either. And it's the amulet is corrupting the girl, but the kid, sees some weird stuff, but not as much as the movie. It's just they're allowed to go into these portals, but you don't really see where they go to. All you see is maybe some steps where there's some sand. Oh, and then lasers shoot out and hit Christopher Connelly in the eyes again, and he regains his sight. Why? I mean, if this was evil and they want to hurt, I don't know why you would blind someone and be like, "Nah, I changed my mind. You have your sight back." So maybe it's not that bad of a demon, I guess. So what, a demon, devil, whatever it's supposed to be, spirit, because I took your eyesight, but you know what? I really like Raiders of Atlantis. I saw that movie, so I give you your eyesight back. I don't know. That's what I'm talking about. Like, why did it give his eyesight back? Why does it pit some random poor guy to kill in an elevator? Where the guy's in an elevator and he's trying to get out and the floor gives way and he falls. Oh, is it because he's the only black guy in the movie? And they're like, well, we gotta kill the black guy. Maybe the demon's racist. I don't know. I mean, everything else gets called racist. Why not the demon get called racist? I don't know. It's like that was like the only black person I could see in the movie, and it's like, well, he gotta die, I guess. I don't know. He's not a character in the movie, really. He didn't really interact that much with the family. There was no build up to it. Is this the poor guy in an elevator? And I don't think anyone even, if they mentioned it, I don't remember people mentioning, oh yeah, this guy that died in an elevator. It's like, hey, we need a death scene. Okay, we filmed a death scene. What does that have to do with the rest of the movie? Why did it want to kill him? What does it have to do with it? Why does it not destroy other elevators or do other like big points of contention of set piece like that? I don't know. Just because it doesn't feel like it anymore. So the kids did a babysitter literally called Jamie Lee. Like Jamie Lee Curtis and Halloween, but this babysitter is called Jamie Lee. This is one guy who's like a co-worker to, I think, the mom. He's like a wannabe magician. It's like, I will see what's going on here. He just teleported through a door, and they don't know what happened to him. They think he's playing a joke. Next time you see him, he's dead in the desert of Egypt. Just dead. I guess he dehydrated himself to death or something. I don't know. Maybe he was watching the dailies of this movie and his heart gave out. I don't know. One guy gets bitten by a cobra. And the kids are taking voyages to somewhere. Maybe to the Twilight Zone, Bermuda Triangle, Pee-wee's Playhouse. I don't know. So, the more into spoilers, I know I've been spoiling it because I don't care. They talk with this antique guy. The daughter has this blue, crappy, cheap light over her. Evil powers using girl as medium for its own dark and wicked reasons. Power within Jim can open gates of time and space and work miracles of evil. That's the dialogue said. That's why I'm looking over here, because I had to read it, because I was not going to remember that stuff. To repeat, the antique guy is telling the mom and dad, evil powers are using the girl as a medium for its own dark and wicked reasons. Power is within the gem, the amulet, and it can open gates of time and space and work miracles of evil. Talk about being as vague as you can be. So the babysitter disappears at one point, and then the only time you see her again is that her arm is sticking through a wall. And whether she got dehydrated like the one guy, or she got stuck in the wall, or what the deal is. I'm thinking she don't come back as a zombie. No. None of that happens. The antiques guy's looking at the amulet, and the girl is sick, and a lot of up-close shots of eyes. Like the antique, the camera has the eyes like here. And the little boy has eyes right here. And the little girl's eyes like here. And me, my eyes are like... I just... It's boring, it's dull, barely a lick of it made sense. And you don't even get like the B-movie gore that you want in our Fulci. Direction is kind of meh. Even the score didn't do much for me compared to other films of Fulci. Like Gates of Hell and zombie. Like, you could give some, mirrors to the store, especially zombie. Boom, 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 boom. Here, I don't remember a note. If you do, good for you. And I guess I guess the guy performed some kind of exorcism, but there wasn't much. He was just staring, and then he goes, "I have substituted for your daughter. I am now possessed with the evil." And then the family's fine. The antiques guy goes back to his shop. The stuffed birds in his antique shop come alive, peck his face. That's where you get the most gore. A little bit of pecking at the eyes and stuff. It was decently gory, but that's it. So then Chris Connelly, the dad, takes it, throws it into the river, to the water. Cut to Egypt, and the blind woman gives an amulet to another girl. So, like, Christopher Connelly, like, doesn't do anything, like, as the dad. He doesn't really accomplish anything. He doesn't, like, nobody really does anything. The pacing, I mean, there's literally a point where bits of the family are in a park, and they take a Polaroid, and they literally have to wait for, like, a full minute and a half for the Polaroid to develop, and we sit there with them. For those who don't remember, the Polaroids where the picture comes out instantly and you have to wait for it to develop in front of you. Sometimes you do this, sometimes you just let it sit. And we're literally waiting there for like a minute or so. I'm sitting there, and all that's shown is the amulet. I just to show them, oh, something's wrong with this amulet. This picture, just an amulet sitting there. Why? And I don't know. I guess the amulet was as bored as I was and wanted to do something exciting. Wanted his picture taken. Take a picture. Whatever. So for me, is that bad dubbing. Christopher Connelly doesn't really get to do anything as the dad. He gets blinded, and then he gets his eyesight bad for no reason. Like, why did the evil become so nice to give the dad back his eyesight? Why did he kill some random person in an elevator? I guess because for the giggles. I don't know. I don't know. If you're going in for body count, like I mentioned, a guy just bitten by a cobra. The impalement at the beginning, a little bit bloody, to be fair. The poor guy in the elevator. The guy at the end, the antiques guy. The other stuff I mentioned, I just repeated myself. Manhattan, and I don't even know why it's called Manhattan Baby. Like, what baby? There is no baby in the movie. What baby? The girl is like a teen. Well, I guess 9-year-old. I should say 9-year-old. And the little brother, is 8-7. But there's no babies. Manhattan Baby. When you look at that title, it feels like it's going to be a sequel or spin-off of It's Alive. Watch out for the Manhattan Baby. I don't know why it's called Manhattan Baby. I mean, yeah, it takes place, I think, in Manhattan. I believe it takes place. I didn't really pay attention to it. I was just trying to follow what the story was. But why baby? Manhattan Baby. Like, why? There's no baby in the movie. Don't even have a baby. I mean, so yeah. If you like the film, feel free to tell me why. I'm not going to get mad at you. I'm not going to make fun of you. But feel free to tell me why in the comments. What there is to like about the film. If you say atmosphere, there's other Fulci films that have done that better. Like Zombie. But actually told more of a actual, maybe simple story. But it was a story. Like this. You have films that do have atmosphere but have more gore and better music. And the theater seemed to do a bit more, and stuff actually seems to happen, and a build-up. While here, it's not even like an intense exorcism type of thing. It's just up close of eyes and He's not got the evil in him. There's no big special effects gala of either practical effects or optical effects. I literally sat there for like, wait a minute, that is the finale? Okay. Did you think again the poor babysitter whose arm's in the wall? Okay, it's gonna start moving. It's gonna break open the wall, and it's gonna be the Lucio Fulci zombie. It's gonna go after the kid, and maybe the father has to go save his kid while this guy is dealing with all these forces to do an exorcism type of thing. No, or maybe the mom's helping the guy. No, none of that happens. I do wonder how that family explained to the cops, why do you have this girl's body in your wall? Why is her arm hanging there? Can you imagine them trying to explain that to the cops? I mean, they're going to have to sooner or later. Oh, we were sleeping and they knocked us out by, I don't know. They all they knocked us out and then they decided to put that girl's body in our wall. No, I think that family's going to jail. The cops be like, I mean, how would you explain it to the cops? Yeah, this is a babysitter and it's in our wall. There's her arm. Act of God. I don't know. So, this movie doesn't know it, but that family's done. Cops ain't gonna have, especially New York cop, ain't gonna have anything, ain't gonna work with that stuff. But with that said, thanks for watching. Take care. We'll see you guys later.